Hello friends and welcome. The March before last, that would be like 15 months ago, we bought this tractor. It came with a sulky, it came with a brush hog, it came with a sickle, and it also came with a dog eater snowblower. When we first got it, it ran. The only problem it had was the head gasket was blown. So we replaced the head gasket on it. We had trouble with some bolts, as we normally do, the bolts that were over by the exhaust here. But we managed to get all the bolts out. We replaced the head gasket, and it ran good. So I decided to use this tractor for a primary snowplow tractor. And let's see, the first storm that we did, we had trouble with the starter clutch. It got to the point where it was just freewheeling and it wouldn't catch. I did have a couple of extra clutches that worked, that I went over and I took them apart and I cleaned them. So we threw that on there, no problem. Then I guess the next snowstorm or so, I was noticing the governor wasn't working properly. So it turned out that the plug in the governor was out and all the oil came out. We tried to fix the governor, but I had no luck with that. But I did have an extra governor, which we put on there, and it worked good. So what I want to do today is this hood here. Let me talk to you about the hood first. This hood here was originally off the 1973 Gravely C8 that I call the Demon. And the hood came in primer. We're not restoring that tractor, but the hood came in primer. It was rough. So I sanded the whole hood down and I painted it orange. I painted the whole hood orange. And then I put my stickers on here, and then I put this Gravely sticker on the front here. And we sooner or later came across period correct hood for the 73 C8. So that was pretty good. I put that hood on there, and then I figured I would take this hood that we took off the 73, and then I would mask this off, because like I said before, it was orange. So I masked this off. I masked this off too, and then we painted it white. And I can see there's a couple of dings in the hood already. So I said, all right, so we'll put the hood on here. Now the hood that this tractor came with, you see this disgusting yellow crappy paint? Well, that's how the hood was on that. So I have the hood inside. I think you'll be able to see it. That's one less thing that we have to worry about, is doing the hood. But I do have this. You kind of see it on top there. It would take a lot to sand down the paint down to the bare metal, but we don't have to worry about that now. And then this was the period correct hood that we put on the 73 here, C8 Demon. So we're leaving that alone. It's pretty clean. I mean, it needs to be cleaned up, but we're going to leave that as a survivor. And another thing I noticed, I had to back two tractors out before we get the 61 out. Puddle of oil on the floor here. So I backed it out, and I felt underneath where the drain plug was. That's dry. I felt underneath where the axle seal on the left side, dry. But on the right side, I could feel that the axle seal's leaking on that. So somewhere along the line, we're going to have to put axle seals in this tractor here. I'm going to have to order them. That kind of holds us up. Because what I want to do is I want to strip this tractor down today. I guess we'll begin by getting everything off the handlebars, like the levers and everything. We'll get them off. I have to disconnect the PTO lever here, get that off. And then what we'll do is, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this hood off right now, and I'll probably just set it on the 73, and that'll be out of the way. And I'll put these tractors back in. I'll put them away, and then I'll show you what we're going to do as far as taking this apart. piece by piece. I mean, once the whole tractor's apart, I can still do the axle seals on it. We do have a problem with my big puller. Some of you may know, you've probably seen it in a previous video where I had to take the starter clutch off one of the tractors, and then I had to get the fan belt pulley off. I managed to get that to work. I don't know how well it's going to hold up pulling these hubs off, but we're going to have to pull the hubs off so we can replace the axle seals on it, and I'll be back to you shortly. In the meantime, last summer when we prepared the hood for the 61, I just took and stripped down the sulky the best I could, and then we painted it black, and we painted the seat white, as you could say. The wheel bearings were fine and everything, and I stripped the paint down on the wheels and we painted that. The axle bushings are in really good shape on that, so we fixed that up for a spare. Now with the 61 here, I do have this sulky here, and this sulky was for the 1957 Gravely. We restored, we painted it and everything. I was going to keep that tractor. That was a model LI. It was an intermediate speed. I like the L and the LH, the faster ones. So I fixed the sulky up for that, but I sold the tractor, obviously, without the sulky. So I figured that we'll use this sulky maybe on the 61 when we use it, if we use it. I have no intentions of selling that tractor. I want to keep that one there. So, alright, so I got the hood off and I just laid it on the Demon here. I don't know if that hood's going to get possessed now that I laid it on this tractor. Another thing I wanted to tell you, last year, what happened with this is in the springtime, I was using this tractor to pull the trailer to make sure it was alright, because we had to take the top end of the engine apart again. It didn't have compression. That was a long story with that, with the parts you get these days. Anyway, I was using it for pulling the trailer, like I said. All of a sudden, I go to start the tractor, and the chain was making a racket when it was trying to spin over. I couldn't even get it to start back up again. Well, the sprocket on the starter stripped. I don't know if it got stripped when it had the compression problem and I was cranking and cranking. I don't know what happened with that, but it could only happen to this tractor, is the point I'm trying to make. But I had another starter, and the sprocket, I priced the sprocket. The sprocket's like $25 for it. I don't know. I have to look through my parts. I might have one for the starter that we took off this. I'm not really sure. But I can see I'm getting off track, and I'm starting to babble on now. Alright, so we got the hood off. I bought this threaded rod. That's how I usually do these. And I JB welded it, but the JB weld started breaking off. I just put some ties around it. So once I have this plate off, and I clean it all up and everything, I wish I could weld this threaded rod back on, but this way I could place it down to where when I JB weld, the JB weld will stick good on it, I'm hoping. And to get the hood off, there's two nuts on each side. One's a lock nut, one's the regular nut. And what I do is I take both nuts off each side here, and I could slide the hood out off the threaded rod. What else? Oh yeah, so when you stick the hood back on the threaded rod, you could just place the hood. excuse me, I'm sorry. You just line the hood up and then tighten the one nut, the other nut, put the lock nuts on, and that's it. Alright, so I'm going to begin by taking off the shifter levers. I'll take them off. Like I said before, I want to get everything that's attached to the handlebars. What I normally do first is I take this heat deflector, take that off. This way you can get to the nuts and bolts that hold the handle up here. And there's another bolt down here that holds the handle on also. So as I go, I'll just explain what I'm doing. We're going to try a different method of getting the starter clutch off, because nothing's going to be in the way. So we're going to try to stick a vice grip on it and hit it with a hammer and see if we can break it loose that way. Okay, so I got most of it apart, almost all of it apart. These are all the parts here. I took them all off. Everything's going to have to get degreased and sanded down to the bare metal here. Ran into some more bad news here. Some of you saw the videos of when I was snow plowing with this, and it did a really good job. Look at this mess. Okay, so after I had everything apart, I noticed the valve train tubes here are loose. You could even shake them up and down even on both sides. So when it's running, oil's blowing out of there, most likely. But I didn't run the tractor since we did the last snow plowing with it, so that's been months. So I could see that it was leaking out of the axle seal when it was sitting. All this that's happening here, it's when it's running. So there's nothing like being discouraged right at the beginning of the restoration. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I know what I'm going to do though for now. I'm going to clean everything up real good. It's senseless to even paint the transmission with the axle seals leaking. It's senseless to paint anything with oil leaks. So I don't know. Alright, so you know what I'm going to do? Since we have the gas tank and everything out of the way, I'm going to try the vice grip and hammer method to get the starter clutch loose. We'll try that. Oh, another thing I don't like is I cranked it over, spinning it over to get it to top dead center, because I still have to pull off the magneto. Feels like it doesn't have hardly any compression either, you know. So I would say the top end's probably shot, but I was surprised how good it plowed and how good it runs. It ran really good when we were plowing with it. I don't know if I'm going to end this one here. I'll see how long the video is. Anyway, thanks for watching. If I do end the video, or I'll come back to you after I'm done degreasing the tractor itself. No, I take that back. I want to show you. We're going to try to whack that vice grip with a hammer. I'll get set up on the tripod and we'll see if we can bust that thing loose. Okay, so we had the starter clutch off during the beginning of the winter for the reasons why I told you. It was freewheeling. So one of my commenters said, which I never do, to put anti-seize on there. I never do that. It's a good idea to do that. Nope, didn't loosen up that time. It did loosen up that time though. I used to do it like that with the gas tank on too, but it's a much easier way because it takes me so long to feed the rope down into the cylinder when we do the rope trick. See, that came right off. So just gotta leave it on there for now. So I just have to pull the magneto off. And like I said, I'm going to degrease the transmission and the top end and everything. And then I'm going to have to take a wire brush and brush off the top end here. So when we go to paint it, it'll be somewhat, you know, pretty clean. So, alright, so like I said before, I don't know if I'm coming back or ending this. I have to think about what I'm going to do about the engine. Here's the plan. This has the big spark plug in it. Okay, so there's no sense resealing the top end of this engine if the compression doesn't feel good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain all the oil out of the crankcase, out of the transmission. I'm going to order the axle seals, and you always want, even though one side's leaking, always do both sides, because sooner or later the other side's going to leak. So I'm going to go in to see if he has a reducer from the big plug to the little plug. I believe he does sell them. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to clean everything up like I said. And we can't even do a compression test on it because of the big spark plug. And I like to do a leak down test too. So we'll see if he has those items. And I'll probably be back to you as soon as I get the axle seals, and we'll put the axle seals in. I may just go ahead, clean everything up, and do, like I said, paint the transmission and paint the engine. So be it. If we have to paint it again, if we have to take the engine apart to repair whatever's wrong with it, piston rings, I don't know. Funny thing was, though, it never blew any smoke, then didn't burn oil. It's just... Alright, so that's going to be it for this video, I think. This will be part 1. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you all on the next one, and take care.